So what if you could save over 25 hours every single week? I know, that sounds kind of crazy, right? But according to one of the world's top productivity experts, it's not only possible, but it all starts with a bunch of tiny one-minute habits. In this explainer, we're going to break down exactly how it all works. So let's just dive right in. The big question is, how on earth can these tiny little actions create such a massive impact on your week? Well, we're about to break down the exact habits and systems that make it possible, and it all starts with mastering the absolute foundation of all productivity, your focus.
You see, before you can even think about managing your time, you have to learn how to manage your attention. So this first batch of habits, it's all about creating an environment where you can actually get that meaningful, deep work done without getting pulled in a million different directions. Okay, this first habit starts the second you sit down at your desk. You just ask yourself one simple question. What is today's adventure? And that simple little trick, it turns a scary, daunting task into something a little more playful. Then you schedule it, because let's be honest, if it's not in the calendar, it probably doesn't exist. And finally, when that time block comes around, you start a visible timer. It's the physical cue that tells your brain, all right, it's go time. Now here's the science behind why those little interruptions are so incredibly damaging. It's a concept called attention residue. Every time you just glance at an email or a text message, a part of your brain literally gets stuck on that previous thing. This cognitive residue makes it incredibly hard to get back into that state of deep focus. That's why managing your notifications isn't just a suggestion, it's an absolute necessity.
So how do you fight back against this attention residue? Well, you build a fortress around your focus. Start by keeping your phone on Do Not Disturb all the time. You can set exceptions for the really important people. When you work, have it face down, or even better, put it in another room entirely. The science on this is clear. Just seeing your phone is enough to create anxiety. And after 9 p.m., it's off limits. That protects your sleep, which is what fuels your energy for the next day. All right, once you've protected your focus, the next step is to optimize the main tool you use all day, your computer. Most of us are wasting dozens and dozens of tiny moments here every single day. And trust me, those little moments add up fast. This slide just lays it all out, doesn't it? The slow way is what most of us do, constantly hunting around with the mouse, clicking on icons and menus. The pro way? Keeping your hands on the keyboard, using shortcuts to make things happen instantly. The difference isn't just a few seconds, it's a completely different and way faster way of working. I know, this quote might sound a little harsh, but it really is the core idea here. Every single time your hand moves from the keyboard to the mouse, you're introducing a small, totally unnecessary delay. Getting rid of that one movement is an absolute game changer. So how do you actually do this? You just have to master 3 simple keyboard habits. First up, app launchers. Instead of clicking on icons, you just hit a key, type a couple letters of the app you want, and boom, it's open. Second is text expansion. This is amazing. You create a little shortcut like /email, and it automatically types out your entire email address. And third, voice typing. You know, most of us speak way faster than we type, so dictating your first drafts is a huge, huge time saver.
All right, we've covered our focus and we've covered our tools. Now it's time to zoom out and look at the bigger picture. Building systems that manage your time for you, almost like they're on autopilot.
This one is called the capture habit, and honestly, it can be life-changing. Your brain is for having ideas, not for holding them. So the moment a task pops into your head, buy milk, email Bob, get it out of your head and into a trusted system, like a simple to-do list app. This takes, 5 seconds? But it frees up so much mental energy and reduces that stress of trying to remember everything. Okay, this next habit is all about reclaiming time when you're consuming information. You can actually train yourself to listen to audiobooks and podcasts at faster speeds. You start at maybe 1.5x speed and then gradually increase it. Eventually, you can get through content 2.5 times faster. You are literally creating more time to learn. And you can make that speed listening even more powerful by pairing it with another cool idea. The double dip principle. Now hold on, this isn't about multitasking on 2 complex tasks. We all know that doesn't work. No, this is about combining a physical activity with a mental one. Think about it like this. You can listen to that audiobook while you're driving to work. You could take a work call while you're out getting your daily steps in. By pairing a low-focus physical activity with a mental one, you reclaim hours from what would otherwise just be dead time. The next system is all about automating your life's logistics to get rid of decision fatigue. Put your personal stuff like date night or going to the gym on a recurring calendar invite. Batch similar tasks together, like if you're booking one dinner reservation, go ahead and book the next 3 at the same time.
You can even do this little trick of scheduling an important meeting for 8 a.m. just to force an early, productive start to your day.
So we've covered habits for your focus, your tools, and your time. But what if I told you all of these systems are still missing the most important piece of the puzzle? The source material for this explainer argues that the biggest secret to productivity isn't a hack at all. It's something much, much more fundamental. Part of this is really understanding the value of your own time. Look, if you can pay someone less than your own hourly rate to do a task you don't enjoy, like cleaning the house, you should absolutely do it. This isn't about being lazy. It's about strategically buying back your time so you can spend it on things that actually matter more to you. And, this principle can scale way up. For business owners, it might mean hiring an assistant to manage the absolute chaos of an inbox and a calendar. This frees you up to focus only on that high-impact work that only you can do.
But even beyond buying back your time, what's the real ultimate secret to all of this? It's not a tool, it's not a system. So what is it?
It all comes down to this one simple thing: finding a way to genuinely enjoy the process itself. This right here is the ultimate takeaway. Positive emotion is the fuel. When you can approach your work with a sense of play or curiosity or adventure, you unlock more energy and more creativity. Feeling good isn't a distraction from your work. It's the most effective way to work.
Which, brings us right back to where we started. All these habits and systems, they're powerful for sure, but they work best when they're helping you do one thing: engage with your work in a way that feels good. So, the final question I'll leave you with is, how will you take your most important task tomorrow and turn it into an adventure?